Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Yeah.
We're the show that really tries to get straight to the heart of what matters, digging into the best insights from, well, all the noise out there. You know that feeling, right? You need to be well-informed, you need it fast, but there's just so much stuff, it can totally overwhelm you.
Absolutely.
So our mission here is pretty simple. Take complex sources, make them easy to digest, insightful, and give you a real shortcut to clarity.
Yeah, cut through the clutter.
Exactly. And today, we're diving deep into something that just landed with a massive splash. The new ChatGPT 5.
Very new.
Very new. And we're not just talking specs. We want to get right into the practical, real-world ways it can actually, supercharge your workflows.
How you can actually use it.
Right.
Yeah.
Our guide for this is this really insightful article exploring 5 specific use cases. Shows exactly how this new AI can be used. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
You know how sometimes new tech feels like it's always just around the corner? Well, the first big aha with ChatGPT 5 is just how immediate it is. It's not some future promise. It landed, just days ago, August 7th, 2025.
That's it. Just launched. It's the very latest from OpenAI.
And it's already being framed as the new standard for free users, for paid users,
Yeah.
promising big jumps in speed, precision, overall usefulness.
And those jumps are backed by some pretty serious benchmarks, stuff that makes you really sit up and pay attention.
Okay, tell us about those. What's really impressive?
Well, the article highlights the performance numbers straight away. This thing hit an astounding 94.6% in advanced math
Wow.
on the AIME 2025 test. And crucially, without needing extra tools.
Okay, AAA. That's the American Invitational Mathematics Examination, right? Super tough.
Exactly. It's for top high school math students, getting 94.6% there without tools. That's not just language processing. That suggests a real leap in logical reasoning, complex problem solving.
94.6%. Wow. That is genuinely impressive for an AI, especially tool-free. So it's reasoning, not just recalling facts. How does that carry over into, say, development coding? That's often the real test.
Precisely. And the article covers that. For real-world coding tasks, it scored 74.9% on SWE-bench Verified.
SWE-bench.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a tough benchmark for software engineering tasks like practical problems developers face. A 74.9% means it can actually solve complex, real coding issues, finding bugs, fixing them sometimes. So it positions it for, both the super complex analytical stuff and just everyday tasks.
That's exactly it. Ideal for both ends of the spectrum.
That really changes the game, doesn't it? It's definitely not just a smarter chatbot anymore.
It's not at all.
And maybe the best part, it sounds incredibly easy to use.
It is. It's right there on the ChatGPT platform. If you're logged in, you have access.
And it switches modes automatically, no more fiddling.
Right. No manual selection. It just figures out if you're asking for math help or code generation. It simplifies the interaction.
So this advanced AI, it's really here to help individuals, businesses, optimize those tedious tasks, maybe spark some creativity, solve problems faster.
That's the goal. More agility, less repetitive work.
What's interesting, too, is that the original article, its intention lines up perfectly with what we're doing here.
Yeah, it wasn't just a puff piece.
No, it really aims to educate on what ChatGPT 5 can do, but also talks about using it responsibly, which feels more critical than ever.
Definitely.
Gives practical tips for implementation, looks at long-term impacts.
Right.
They even set SMART goals, like implement in under 30 minutes. Aim for, 30% cost savings per task?
Up to 30%, yeah. And importantly, it also flags the challenges. It's not all seamless.
Which makes it so much more useful than just a tech announcement, right? It's about practical, actionable stuff for you. And the article breaks it down into 5 key use cases. Let's start with one almost everyone gets.
Right.
Customer support automation.
Ah, yes, the chatbot experience. We've all been there.
We have, but the article says ChatGPT 5, when integrated, really improve those natural contextual conversations. It claims up to a 40% drop in resolution times.
40%, that's huge. And better first-time resolution, too.
But how does it actually do that? Is there a process?
There is. The article outlines a clear 4-step workflow. First, you integrate it maybe into a chatbot, maybe Slack, Teams to grab the initial query. It understands natural language much better.
Okay.
Second, it uses a well-crafted prompt to figure out the issue and give a personalized first response, drawing on its knowledge base.
Makes sense.
Third, if it's too complex or outside its scope, it smartly escalates to a human agent. But crucially, it gives them a summary of what's happened so far.
Ah, so the human isn't starting cold.
Exactly. And finally, it logs the interaction for feedback, helps refine future prompts. It's a learning loop.
So it's like having this super efficient assistant handling the first pass. That's a massive improvement over those old clunky bots.
Definitely.
Can you give an example prompt that shows its power there?
Sure, the article gives a good one. As a software support agent, respond to this customer query. My application closes unexpectedly. Provide detailed resolution steps in Spanish and suggest escalation if it doesn't resolve.
Oh, wow. So it handles complexity, multiple steps, even translation on the fly. Very useful globally.
Very.
Okay, incredible. Now, speaking of stepping things up, let's shift to creative content generation, marketing.
Right, another area where AI has been making noise.
But ChatGPT 5, according to the article, really excels here, creating diverse stuff, social posts, ad campaigns, accelerating production by, like, 50%.
50%. That allows marketing teams to breathe and focus more on strategy, less on just churning out content.
Imagine being a marketing manager, blank screen, deadline,
Mm.
and suddenly you have a partner that can spin up, say, 5 Twitter thread ideas in seconds. That 50% isn't just a number.
Yeah.
It's relief.
It really is. And for this, the process is pretty systematic too.
Yep.
You start by defining your objectives clearly: audience, tone, key message, all that.
Standard marketing brief stuff.
Exactly. Then you use broad prompts to brainstorm. Let ChatGPT 5 generate a bunch of concepts.
Get the ball rolling.
Right. Third step is refinement. The human team comes in, edits, personalizes, adds that crucial human touch, the brand voice.
Makes sense. AI drafts, humans perfect.
Precisely. And finally, validation. Maybe use other tools to check originality, ensure it fits the brand guidelines.
That's great. It enhances creativity, doesn't just replace it. What's an example prompt look like?
They give one like, generate a 5-post Twitter thread about the benefits of AI in marketing in a professional and engaging tone, optimized for engagement with emojis and calls to action.
Very specific. Helps the AI act like a creative partner, saving tons of time on those first drafts.
Exactly.
So we've covered creative power. What about the other side, the analytical stuff? This next one feels like a game changer for anyone drowning in spreadsheets and reports.
Data analysis and summarization. Yes.
The article highlights how ChatGPT 5 can chew through huge amounts of data, summarize long reports, pull out key insights, making quantitative tasks much more precise, much faster.
It really does. For data analysis, the steps are very practical. First, load the data, upload files, describe it, even paste it in. Then, ask it to analyze, request summaries, find trends, maybe make simple charts, just like you'd ask a human analyst.
Right.
Next, it helps you interpret the findings. It can generate narrative reports, explaining insights in plain English.
Oh, that's useful. Translating the numbers into story.
Exactly. And the last step is iteration. You refine the output, maybe ask for deeper dives on certain points or anomalies you spot.
That could save just countless hours of manual work. What kind of prompt gets that started?
Imagine something like, analyze this monthly sales data set you'd paste or upload the data here. Identify trends, calculate averages, and suggest strategic recommendations.
Wow. Turns raw data into actual actionable insights incredibly fast.
It does.
Okay, and for the developers listening or anyone working with developers, software development assistants, this ties back to those impressive benchmarks, right?
Directly. That 74.9% productivity benchmark is super relevant here. ChatGPT 5 is proving really useful for coding, debugging, optimizing code.
So how does that work in practice? The article details an approach.
It does. It starts with defining requirements, clearly explaining the problem or what you want the code to do.
Clear instructions are key.
Always. Then, generate the code. Ask for specific snippets, functions, maybe even whole scripts.
Okay.
Third, testing. You take that generated code, plug it into your development environment, see if it actually works.
Crucial step.
Absolutely. And finally, optimization. You can ask the AI to make the code more efficient, easier to read, or handle errors better.
Sounds like an amazing co-pilot for a developer. Can you give an example?
Sure, think about a prompt like, write a Python script to process a CSV file and generate a bar chart handling common errors like missing values.
Yeah, that definitely augments a developer's workflow, lets them offload some of the repetitive or standard stuff.
Significantly.
And finally, the fifth use case, something impacting pretty much every modern workplace, especially with remote or hybrid teams, team workflow optimization.
Keeping everyone on the same page.
Right. In these collaborative settings, ChatGPT 5 can help with project management, summarizing meetings, assigning tasks. The article suggests it can really cut down on misunderstandings.
Yeah, this is where AI shifts from just individual productivity to helping the whole group work better together.
How does that flow look?
The article suggests starting with summarizing, transcribe meetings, then have the AI summarize discussions, pull out key decisions.
Meeting minutes, basically, but faster and smarter.
Kind of, yeah. Then assignment. Based on those decisions, it generates clear task lists, who's responsible, what are the deadlines.
Accountability, nice.
Third is monitoring. It can help compile progress updates, maybe flag things that are falling behind. And finally, collaboration. Integrating with tools people already use, like ClickUp or Asana, to keep everything aligned.
That sounds like it could eliminate so much admin drudgery. What's a typical prompt for that?
A really practical one is resume this meeting, transcription paste the text here, and generate an action plan with responsible parties and deadlines.
Simple, direct, super useful. Ensures everyone knows what's next.
Exactly. But if we connect all this back to the bigger picture, it's not just about the cool features and the efficiency gains.
Right.
This raises really important questions about using it responsibly. The article is refreshingly honest about the challenges.
Yeah, we absolutely need to understand those challenges to use this thing well and safely. The first one they flag, it's a big one. Accuracy and hallucinations.
Still an issue, even with improvements.
Yeah, even this powerful new model can sometimes just make stuff up or get things wrong. The clear advice, always verify its outputs with external sources.
Treat it like a very smart, very fast assistant, but one that needs supervision. It's not an infallible oracle.
Good way to put it. Challenge number 2, privacy and security, especially if you're handling sensitive data.
Hugely important. The recommendation is clear. Use private modes where possible so your data isn't used for training OpenAI's models. And make absolutely sure you're complying with regulations like GDPR, especially if you're in Europe, or deal with European data. Data governance is critical here.
Got it. Then there's the worry about becoming too dependent on it.
The de-skilling concern.
Exactly. If we lean on AI for everything, do our own critical thinking skills atrophy? The article wisely pushes for using AI as an assistant, not a replacement. Keep developing human skills. Keep training people.
It's about augmentation, right? Not like completely outsourcing our thinking.
That feels like a vital distinction. Fourth challenge, implementation costs.
Yeah, especially for bigger companies trying to integrate this deeply.
Getting it woven into complex enterprise systems takes investment. Setup, customization, maintenance, it adds up.
So the advice there is evaluate the return on investment, the ROI, carefully. And maybe start with pilot programs for those complex uses. Test the waters before going all in.
Makes sense. Prove the value first.
Right. And the final challenge is, well, the sheer speed of change itself. Rapid updates.
Yeah, AI is moving incredibly fast. I mean, ChatGPT 5 is brand new, already setting new standards, and who knows what's next month.
Keeping up is tough. New models, new features, new releases. It's constant. It basically means continuous learning isn't just nice to have anymore.
It's essential, a constant necessity just to stay current.
Pretty much.
So wrapping this all up, what does this mean for you listening? In summary, ChatGPT 5 clearly comes across as this incredibly versatile, powerful tool. It's poised to really streamline workflows in so many areas.
Customer support, development, marketing, team collaboration.
Yeah, all of them. It really does have this profound potential to save time, cut costs, boost creativity. It lines up perfectly with how AI is being adopted more and more in the workplace globally.
But what's really crucial to remember, I think, is that while, yeah, it automates tasks, its real power might be in how it changes how we interact with technology itself.
How so?
It's about augmenting our human capabilities, right? But always with that essential human oversight, that critical judgment. It helps us do more, faster, better, but it doesn't and shouldn't replace our uniquely human skills.
That's a great point. It enables us, but we're still in the driver's seat.
Hopefully.
So building on those challenges and just how fast AI is evolving, we want to leave you with a final thought to chew on. A question, really.
Okay.
How will you not just use these powerful new AI tools like ChatGPT 5, but how will you continually adapt your own skills? How will you foster your own critical thinking and integrate these tools responsibly?
So you're not just informed about AI, but truly empowered by it in your work and your decisions.
Exactly. How do you stay ahead in this landscape that's changing so incredibly fast?
Yeah.
Maybe think about your role,
Excellent.
our role, in shaping a future where tech and human ingenuity really work together effectively. Something to ponder.